Let me ask you something real quick. You're online, scrolling, and you see the same product twice. One costs $9.99, the other costs $10. Be honest, which one feels cheaper? Most people don't even think about it. They just click the $9.99 one. But here's the crazy part. Your brain knows the difference is literally 1 cent. And yet, it still reacts like these are two completely different prices. And this isn't an accident. That tiny change from $10 to $9.99 is one of the most powerful pricing strategies ever used in marketing. Brands have tested it, studied it, and perfected it because it quietly changes how your brain judges value. In this video, we're breaking down why $9.99 feels so much cheaper than $10, what's actually happening inside your brain when you see these numbers, and how businesses use this trick to increase sales without changing the product at all. Once you understand this, you'll start noticing it everywhere, in food menus, online stores, apps, even subscription prices. And trust me, after today, you'll never look at prices the same way again. Here's where things get interesting. Your brain doesn't read prices logically. It reads them fast. When you see a price, your brain processes it visually first, not mathematically, and it reads numbers from left to right, just like text. This creates something called the left digit effect. So when your brain sees $9.99, the first thing it notices is the 9. Instantly, it classifies the price as $9 something. But the moment it sees $10, that first digit flips to a 1, and suddenly your brain moves it into a completely different mental category, $10. Even though the actual difference is just 1 cent, your brain treats that change like a bigger jump than it really is. The emotional part of your brain reacts first, and the logical part comes in later, usually too late to change the decision. Consumer psychology studies show that people consistently underestimate prices ending in 99 because the brain anchors to the leftmost digit. That's why this works on smart people too. It's not about intelligence, it's about how human brains are wired. Now, if you're thinking, okay, this sounds logical, but does it actually work in real life? It does, and it's been tested multiple times. One of the most famous experiments came from researchers at MIT and the University of Chicago. They ran a simple test selling the same product at different prices. In one version, the price was $34, in another it was $39, and in a third it was $44. You'd expect the cheapest option to win, right? But that's not what happened. The product priced at $39 outsold both the cheaper $34 option and the more expensive $44 one. Why? Because $39 felt like a better deal compared to $44, even though $34 was objectively cheaper. Another study in retail pricing showed that items ending in 99 consistently sold more than round number prices, even when customers were fully aware of the trick. This proves an important point. People don't buy based on price alone, they buy based on perceived value. And a single digit can completely change that perception without changing the product at all. Once you understand this psychology, something interesting starts to click. Not every brand uses 99 pricing, and that's intentional. Mass market brands, fast food chains, and online stores love prices like $9.99 or $19.99 because their goal is simple: make the product feel affordable. These brands want you thinking, this is a good deal. The 99 ending signals value, savings, and smart spending. But now look at luxury brands. Apple doesn't sell a phone for $999.99. It's $999. Nike doesn't price premium sneakers at $199.99. It's $200. Luxury brands avoid 99 pricing because they don't want your brain focused on saving money. They want confidence, simplicity, and status. Round numbers feel clean, intentional, and premium. They signal that the price is firm, not a bargain, not a discount, just the cost of owning something valued, about how much something costs. It's about what message the price sends to your brain. The same product with a different number can feel cheap or exclusive, all without changing anything else. Now let's bring this back to you because this pricing strategy works on both sides of the screen. As a buyer, knowing this gives you awareness. The next time you see a price like $9.99, pause for just a second and ask yourself, would I still buy this if it said $10? That small pause interrupts the automatic response your brain is trained to make. You stop reacting emotionally and start evaluating the product itself. But if you're a creator, entrepreneur, or business owner, this insight is powerful. Changing a price from $10 to $9.9 can increase conversions without improving the product, adding features, or spending more on marketing. The value stays the same, only the perception changes. This is why apps, subscriptions, courses, and online tools often end in 99. It lowers the mental barrier to purchase. Behavioral economics calls this price framing, the idea that how a price is presented matters just as much as the price itself. You're not manipulating people, you're working with how the human brain naturally makes decisions. Fast, emotional, and perception-driven. So the next time you see $9.99, remember, It's not cheaper, it's designed to feel cheaper. That single cent isn't about math. It's about how your brain makes decisions before logic even has a chance to step in. Your mind categorizes, compares, and judges value in milliseconds, and brands build entire pricing strategies around that exact moment. And this doesn't mean consumers are foolish. It means we're human. Our brains are wired to take shortcuts, especially when making fast decisions. Pricing just happens to be one of the easiest ways to influence those shortcuts. But once you understand this, something changes. You stop seeing prices as random numbers and start seeing them as signals of value, positioning, and intent. Whether you're shopping online, choosing a subscription, or setting prices for your own product, this knowledge gives you control. You can pause, evaluate, and decide instead of reacting automatically. Because in the end, pricing isn't really about numbers on a screen. It's about perception. And once you understand how perception works, you start making smarter decisions on both sides of the transaction. If this surprised you, hit like. It tells me you want more breakdowns like this. And subscribe. Because once you understand pricing psychology, you start winning on both sides.